Let's bring you the headlines this morning as we see them from collective dailies. From the dailies, the Guardian newspaper is here, The Nation, This Day, as well as Daily Trust making an appearance. Also, we have the Punch newspaper, by the way. And we're going to start off with the Guardian newspaper. From the Guardian, big story. Uzodinma re-elected. Ododo wins Kogi as Diri leads in Bayelsa. That's the big story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Uzodinma re-elected. Ododo wins Kogi as Diri leads. Hope Uzodinma of the APC won with 540,308 votes. His next rival came far off with 71,503 votes. Quite interesting, right? Sam Anyanwu of the People's Democratic Party came far second, 71,503 votes. And then the Labour Party candidate came third with 64,081 votes. In Kogi State, Usman Ododo came first, a winner, with 446,237 votes, while the 52 votes, while the candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Dino Melaye, came a far third with 46,362 votes. And, let's move on to the next headline. Reps to launch NAS eyes for effective oversight on MDAs. Reps to launch NAS eyes for effective oversight on MDAs. Falana knocks Israel over collective punishment against humanity. That's one of moral leadership. Tinubu, the challenge of moral leadership. It's an editorial in page 2 of, page 12 of the Guardian newspaper. Fuel subsidy, forex liberalization may drive inflation to 30% by December. Fuel subsidy and forex liberalization may drive inflation to daughters over circumcision rights. Well, we still do this. The female genital mutilation, the campaign has been on for years, if not even decades now, to stop FGM. But it seems like we're not even ready for that discussion. We're really not ready to end it. 45-year-old woman flees with daughters over circumcision rights. Social media regulation bill, gagging free speech or taming monsters. That's a news analysis in the page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. Social media regulation bill, gagging free speech or taming monster. You want to read that in the belly of the Guardian newspaper? That would be good. Let's move on to the next one. From the Punch newspaper this morning, you have PDP, LP, kick as Uzodinma Ododo win. Protests in Bayelsa as well. PDP and Labour Party kick as Uzodinma and Ododo win. Protests in Bayelsa. Uzodinma wins all local governments. Opposition rejects Imo and Kogi results, say no election took place. Diri supporters protest as Silva wins Nembe with 22,248 votes. APC defends victory in LG. Away from that one now, let's go to the next. Editors Summit. NGE draws Tinubu and Ribadu orders to Uyo as the Nigerian Guild of Editors. The summit will be holding pretty soon. Away from that one, federal government aims for 1.9 million barrels per day, intensifies war against theft. Federal government aims for 1.9 million barrels per day, intensifies war against oil theft. Nigerians make unfair demands on lawmakers, says Senate President. Israel, Hamas, Arab nations condemn Gaza killings, want ICC probe. You also have artist take ill during church concert, dies in hospital. That's very sad. Now, moving on to just above the masthead of the Punch newspaper, you have this interesting one. Dangote Refinery secures license to refine 300,000 barrels per day of crude. Dangote Refinery secured barrels per day of crude. Don't forget the capacity of that refinery is about 650,000, right? So if they start with about half of that or less than half, well, maybe good. VCs right federal government rejects 40% Versity's IGR deduction. Vice Chancellors right federal government rejects 40% Versity's IGR deduction. So those of you who have been following the news, so the federal government has written to schools and telling them that they're going to, from this month, November, they're going to be deducting 40% of the monies generated by the schools. So the schools that have been said to be underfunded over the years would now have to remit 40% of whatever it is that they generate to the federal government. Recall that the subsidy on education may have tactically been removed with the student loans and all of that. What's going to happen to the quality of education? Would the schools step up now to begin to generate more revenue? What would that mean for the ordinary Nigerians? Would the schools be forced as well to begin to jack up the fees some more? All of this. So find out in the coming days. Those of you who have thoughts on this, you may want to share. Calais, pace setting military Amazon takes last salute. The first female Major General of Nigeria passed on. She's been laid to rest. Moving on from that one, let's go to the next paper. And the next paper would be the Nation newspaper. Ready for it? Imo Kogi governorship polls. Uzodinma Ododo triumph. That's the big story on the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning. And the writers to that story: INEC keeps Bayelsa's leading candidates. Diri in suspense. Achonu Ajaka Melaye reject elections outcome. There you have that one as well. Moving to the next. Abdul Razak mourns veteran Kannywood actor Samanja. Those of you who watched him growing up, you would recall that name. Inflation rises on soaring food and energy prices. Inflation rises on soaring food and energy prices. Also there, terrorists kill 100 in Burkina Faso attack. Terrorists kill 100 in Burkina Faso attack. Really, really, really unfortunate. Where Bokeh Sake alliances ahead of runoff. The runoff elections in Liberia is one that has raised some concerns. I'm going to leave that now. Moving on to other headlines. Just above the masthead of the Nation newspaper, you have Naira to rebound with $34.8 billion. The spur remittances. How soon? How sure are we? How soon? How quick would that happen? And I mean, if this happens at a point that's amounts into the market, wouldn't it just soak it up again like we've seen in the past? Let's hope that the Naira is strengthened again and rebounds this time for real, and given goals get stronger and stronger. Let's just hope so. Customs raise exchange rate for importers. Rates up by 12.29%. I'll take that again. Customs raise exchange rate for importers. Rate up by 12 naira 29 kobo per dollar. Nigerian equities return rises to 10.7 trillion naira. Nigerian equities return rises to 10.7 trillion naira, and 15 billion naira disputes. UBA takes over Stallions assets. Those are the stories from the Nation newspaper this morning. On to the next one. Daily Trust here, still leading with the election results and the winners declared. Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa polls. Uzodinma Ododo win as Diri maintains lead. Opposition candidates and parties kick. Election rigged, but I won't waste my time in court, says SDP's Ajaka. PDP supporters killed. INEC officials abducted in Bayelsa. PDP supporters killed. INEC officials abducted in Bayelsa. How unfortunate. Recall that some people had made some very, very damning statements before the elections, especially in Bayelsa State, calling for violence and all of that. I just hope that that's not what's playing out. Grumbling over $54 million domestic airlines trapped fund. Grumbling over $54 million domestic airlines trapped fund. NNPC, NNPC restores 275,000 barrels per day production. NNPC restores 275,000 barrels daily production. Without my actions, North would have been on fire, says Matawale. Without my actions, North would have been on fire, says Matawale. Sounds like it's defending his, the rapport with the bandits and the deals that's struck with bandits at some point. 5 killed in Shagamu Benin Expressway crash. Really unfortunate there. Just beneath the masthead of Daily Trust, you have Nigerian lawmakers most ridiculed, says Senate President Akpabio. Well, you know how they say if an adult makes himself available like rice, children would eat, right? And just make a mess with it, or make a mess of it. Nigerian lawmakers most ridiculed, says Senate President Akpabio. Flights diversion. Congestion at Abuja Airport over runway incursion. By the way, yesterday there was an aircraft that crash landed at the airports. Too many crash landings these days. The airports and the aircrafts themselves, we've seen a lot. Maybe it's just God that has been saving Nigerians. Just maybe. Let's hope that the aviation industry and the aviation sector takes a critical look at what's going on there to ensure that there are no casualties and no fatal accidents again anytime soon. Okay, we've been escaping all of that, but we cannot continue to rely on divine help, as they say. Something needs to be done. Why are all these aircrafts crash landing? Why are all of these things happening at this time? Someone needs to take a critical look at it. It's not until something bad happens before we begin to take action. Let actions be taken now. I'll ensure National Assembly creates constitutional role for traditional rulers, says Tinubu. I'll ensure National Assembly creates constitutional role for traditional rulers, says Tinubu. Do they need it? I don't know. I'll get your thoughts in now. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. You want to send SMS or WhatsApp messages? Make that to 090-9705-4450. That is 090-9705-4450. The numbers to call again, 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. I'll bring in our first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, GB. Welcome.
Yes, good morning to every other person listening there.
Welcome.
I want to congratulate His Excellency Hope Uzodinma for his victory, and also Ododo for his victory at the pool. And I want to comment more on the Uzodinma. Uzodinma scored 82% after the election. The distant runner-up came with 74. I'm about 70-something thousand. And if you look at it, it's very, very abysmal. Because the notion there was that the man came into Supreme Court when he was number 4 and make number 1. And we were told severally, I've heard of many that speak that because of Because of that, that's why there's insecurity in Imo. They don't like him. They don't want him. When they did not vote for him. But this election has vindicated him that that's coming forth, number 4 to number 1, was not refused. That he really scored the vote. Because if not, look at the gap. Very enormous, very huge gap between him and the next runner-up. That shows that the people really love him and really work for him. They have confirmed that, look, the first election was not just by chance, by luck. They voted for him that time and they repeated it today.
Okay.
But I'm pleading for you now that people of Imo should accept the governorship. They should work together. There should not be any more killing or insecurity there, because it has shown that the people want him to be their governor and he should be their governor. And he should compensate them by means that Imo become an El Dorado. That make this Imo life to be proud that they have a governor. That's my plea for him. Then you look at it, the Labour Party scored about 6% of that vote. That shows that the Labour influence is not in the Southeast. It's just because the Southeast won the presidency. That's why they supported Obi. Labour and Obi himself will not carry weight in the Southeast. I repeat, because all the governorship elections so far, you will not see the performance of Labour. And that shows that if care is not taken, Labour Party will be there in the in the next 4 years.
Thank you very much, GB. Moving on to the next one. Hello, good morning.
My friend, good morning.
Good morning, Paul. Welcome.
Well, election has been conducted, but we saw a lot of issues that came up. I thought INEC would have improved on this one. My prince, was there a transmission on real time on the IRF?
Well, to an extent, some of the results were viewed on the IREV in real time, to a very large extent, just as some of them followed later. Yeah.
The question to now ask, so is the law of the IREV is accepted now?
Well, what they say is IREV is not a coalition portal. It's a viewing portal. So you can just view the election results there from the polling units. It's not a coalition portal.
Okay, but at least it was transmitted from real time, right?
To a large extent.
Well,
to a large extent.
That's another point on the Supreme Court judgment. So, my prince, another correction I want to make, you know my view, the aviation. The incident, when you hear crash land, it's a very wrong headline. From the English word, crash and land. The aircraft yesterday landed, I was very close to the runway when it landed. It landed, the taxi, it was at the point of turning to the taxi that he overshot. I don't want to see the investigation bureau to conclude their own investigation, but for what I saw, we don't call it crash land. Even what happened at Ibadan is not crash land. You know, sometimes when headline like this comes, it sends a very bad, people will begin to feel agitated. But that was not crash land. It landed and it was turning to take the taxiway. That was when the incident happened. I was there until that aircraft was to move from the taxiway, not the main runway.
Okay.
So a little bit correction from there.
So I'm just going to ask, what could make an aircraft overshoot its its course?
Let me just put it in a layman's language. Like I'm speaking as an ordinary Nigerian. I'm not speaking as an aviator, because sometimes we need to avoid some things. You see, a lot of things cause all these things. First of all, there's a marking where the tires you are supposed to land. You understand, right? From the runway, there's a mark where the approach light. You begin to see where you're supposed to put your back tires and then your front tires. Sometimes the person might not land on that first touch light. You go and land in another place. But that threshold, once you pass it and you think with speed, you might overshoot the runway, because the runway has a length.
Paul. So we've heard statements like, the airports lack ILS and all of those things and all of this. Could that be?
It's not like that one of Ibadan was not a lack of ILS.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't lack of ILS are there, but you see, some of the airports, like what we say, there are some sunrise to sunset from morning till like 6. You understand? Because of the light, that's outside Abuja, Lagos, and Port Harcourt, and so on. So you see, Kogi is on sunrise to sunset. You have to observe that.
Okay.
You have to observe that. So a lot of technical aviation. Maybe one day you need to bring one of these our people back again to your studio so that they will get to explain to Nigerians, so that Nigerians will understand how sensitive the aviation sector is. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Paul. It's quite a lengthy one there. Hello, good morning.
IHEANACHO. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. Welcome.
Thank you. How do you feel?
Good. Very well. Thank you for joining us.
Now, just to all these listeners and the callers. IHEANACHO, on the election that took place on Saturday, you know what gladdens my heart most? It's Imo State, too. I don't even so much particularly about my own state. Because I really want to see, let me use this opportunity to greet Chief Cosmos. Because remember, I think about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that Chief Cosmos called on this station that he's just coming back from this thing. That Imo State is cool and calm and the governor is doing all his best. That people should just calm down. You see, I said something that day. That majority of us who are speaking in Abuja that doesn't even travel to our respective states, that will just follow social media things. I think it is high time Nigeria should just let peace reign in our land. You get my point? Because if it is what I saw, the reflection of what I saw on that election, because I take my time to even watch it. See how old women and old men troop out to vote. Can you say that they are induced in which way? I don't understand. I think, let me tell you. This election has shown a reflection of that. This guy, I mean, if you listen to his Thanksgiving this thing yesterday, you heard what he said. That this is the same thing that happened in 2019. That what do you call it? I don't know which language he used that day. That even cancel all about 300 and something polling units, and at the end of the day, instead of them to admit, they take campaign calumnies to a high level, and now you people have did it again. Imagine, can you imagine? I think, let me tell us, I will continue to say this. If you don't support the government in power, like Hope the man in person has nothing to lose. If anything goes wrong, it is the Imolites that suffer it. Thank you. Have a good day, my brother.
Thank you very much. Give me calls coming. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
IHEANACHO.
Welcome, Chief Cosmos.
This is Chief Cosmos Gunale. I'm calling for Australia.
Good to have you.
Thank you, my last caller. You have vindicated me. And the result of the election in Imo State have vindicated me rightly. As I said it 2 weeks before this time, that believe it or not, that the state governor is coming back. Forget about the propaganda of the opposition. I know the feeling of the people who Zodima has performed very well since he come to power. People say, call him Supreme Court governor. But in reality, his performance speaks for him. People say he kills people. If you Zodima carrying gun on knife, because he marched the insurgents, he marched the terrorists power by power, sending police, sending army to march them. That's how people feel depressed. I expected that thing to replicate in the north. You don't care where he is from, Olu. That's the way we have this flashpoint in Imo State. Uzodima is from there. He doesn't care where he come from. He asked other military to go there, face them, and those people are crying that Uzodima is killing them and doing that. Okay. They are not sincere.
All right.
Coming to the work of the government, he's doing the job. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much, of Cosmos. And keep those calls coming 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. You're onto the pages on Eagles 102.3. Welcome.
Good morning, my dear brother IHEANACHO.
Good morning, Alamin.
Thank you. I want to congratulate the people of Imo, the people of Kogi, and then Bayelsa in advance, whoever is emerging in Bayelsa, congratulations to them. Let me speak on my own state where I was a participant. I want to give special kudos to the INEC. They have shown once again that they are truly all about ensuring that our democracy is institutionalized. Unfortunately, the desperate politicians who always want to have their whether by group and the claim of politicians' inspiration is the INEC, which is Senate. For the election in Kogi,
there is no election that is perfect anyway, but this is the most credible, the fairest, and in the sense that despite all of violence that were predicted, there was no single incident, even in the hotspot of Kogi. The only one that came to light was someone trying to steal the ballot box. I don't think it was shot on the spot, which was in Dekina local government. In the country center, there was zero incident of violence. In Kogi was the same. And also the issue of election results, which was already disputed. That is where INEC immediately stepped in Ogorimagongo, and it affected 9 out of 10 polling units. An election will be going on today, on Saturday, in about 59 polling units. And so the thousands of people do not really understand the electoral law. The total vote is that the next polling unit, which election will be conducted, is 15,110. Like, people don't win all the 15,000. It's not up to the over 200,000 that the APC declared winner is leading with. So regardless of the result in that, those 59 billion units, it is consequential because it has no effect on the election result. They are only conducting the election in order not to disenfranchise the people. I hope the people who understand this and not make rhetoric for election to be conducted and the candidate winner has already been found. So thank you so much. We really appreciate IHEANACHO to emphasize on this. A lot of people do not understand that aspect. Please emphasize on this so you educate the people.
Thank you. Thank you, Alamin, for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Prince.
Good morning.
Good morning, Prince. It's Obasanjo from Amali.
Obasanjo, it's been a long time.
Thank you, Prince.
Welcome.
You're welcome, Prince. Thank you. Talk the headlines on the matter. Elections. I wonder. Nigeria has been making noise day in, day out, pertaining this present administration, and still people still voting the APC. Still people want the government. I am so surprised. Nigerian, we can talk, but still as if the changes is not there. Pata. And I blame at times the opposition. If you want to win, we should come up on one umbrella to gang up and say, okay, we want to defeat.
Obasanjo, what happened? We lost connection. You want to call back? That would be good. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning, Clementine Prince.
Matter always says that the deal is trying to bandits is helping us to achieve peace in Nigeria. Is it not a funny story? The one-time governor. Yeah, is it not leaders of that state that are using these bandits as insurgents to mine the mineral reserves in that country? How can you say the try to criminals who have been killing Nigerians and destroying lives and properties that the peace is the deal is using peace in Nigeria? These guys know the people they are using, and that's why when they are arrested, it doesn't take time to hear amnesty for them. It's a pity for this country. I thought you said that the Senate is the most hated court in Nigeria, the Senate. The Senate is an assemblage of former governors who have moved their states and they are collecting pensions from 6 million every month. We moved to one parasita or the other. I thought it was a movement of Niger Delta Development Commission, where a lot of skills were reported, and he became ridiculous that he is the architect, he is the pioneer or originator of this minister. What is about Mike? He's a close Mike. He's in collecting pensions from his state. Then they are sharing hundreds of millions for palliatives to buy cars with the luxury furniture allowances and so many wardrobe allowances. He shouldn't mind about the radical, because what are they doing for Nigeria? They are not interested in what's happening to common man.
But then they have to go Nigerians are taken out of school. Let's go to people are going hungry. It doesn't concern them. All that concerns them is their own. So what does it say about the ridicule? They are the rulers. Let me even give you the passing word that the ridicule of the government of the people, the ridicule from the people, is only a motive. The real thing will be the judgment before the seat of God. That's the real thing for all of them that call themselves leaders. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Clementine. Prince. Hello, good morning.
Good
morning.
Please, you must be a teacher. God bless you.
Welcome.
I'm very happy to hear your voice, and your voice too low. What you have to make you vex.
Baby blessing. My
Is
voice
it we?
good. Welcome. Let's hear you.
The Lord is your servant, yeah?
Same as yours.
You see, election I'll be passing through. Even though I don't want to make you talk too much because your voice is not clear for me today. I'm not happy. So I should not happy. I'm not happy.
What's happening, baby blessing?
Please my caller. I don't know. Your voice is too go down.
Are you serious?
I don't give us what we want. They not give us what we want. We want make you they happy. Nigeria matter not gonna make us harm. Even at your, I want make you they happy. I know your voice is too low. I listen for caller or tone and I just tone. But when I hear your voice, I'm not happy. That is why I call.
Okay, thank you.
So I greet everybody, my daddy. I really want to greet now. I want to hear his voice. I don't want to chup anything because they are not hearing us. May God give our government ear to listen for us. What is happening for our Nigeria? Here I want to took math for free. I'm not saying you know big for a matter. Where and they say no, I know they say hot. Where now, where our president got to talk about our fuel. This price of this now way there for market. I want to call our president now. May listen for us. They don't vote for who they want to win. That election don't pass the day on us result. Now may we do now how Nigeria will say better. The issue of price of this of market is getting worse now. What our president got to do, or will they find our refinery back or not? The money when they don't recover now, what do they take and do now? Make they take and open refinery for us before it pass reach. People they are suffering, people they are dying, people they are hungry. Please, I beg our president, may do something. Okay. And election they don't vote finish.
Thank you.
Anything again, God bless you, Nacho. Be happy with us.
Thank you very much, baby blessing. Thank you so much for calling. All right, more here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This Salasi.
Talatu, good to have you.
Good morning, Salasi. Good morning, be blessing. God Almighty to bless all of us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I thank God for the election. You know, I was worried. Really, I was worried. The way that we are talking, the way everything was going. But thank God, the election has come and.
Hello, Talatu.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I saw people are calling Pakana Ita should not carry stone and hang on his neck. I want Imo State governor to turn things around in Imo State. This insecurity, people say it's because of him since he came into power, insecurity came to Imo State. Please, him turn things around. Negotiate with them so that peace will reign. And I want to thank God for what He has done for us, and I pray that Almighty God will see us through in Jesus' name.
Man, thank you very much.
Of our daddy, we really watch him that time in peace. Thank you, my brother. You need honey and hot water. Your voice is not clear this morning.
Getting that one now, second time. Thank you very much, Talatu. What's happening with my voice? I don't know. I feel like I sound good. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's joining us?
I
was good. Thank you so much for asking.
This is Engineer Shagun from Kogi.
Engineer Shagun, welcome.
Thank you. I just want to greet you. Well done. And thank you for defeating the Nigerians.
Thank you.
I was busy waiting for your news this morning to know how far about the election. Thank you for doing that for us.
Thank you, Engineer Shagun. Appreciate you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
God bless you too.
And God bless all the listeners.
Amazing. Have an awesome day.
Take care and have a blessed day.
You too. Have an awesome day. Okay, keep those calls coming. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
is Felix from London.
Felix, good to have you.
Greetings to all our esteemed the callers and the listeners. God.
Uh-oh, Felix, this connection is really terrible. I can hardly hear you. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to let you go now. Let's bring in another caller, and I hope that the network serves us well this morning, okay? Thank you again. Okay, so I have your messages in. I'll be going to your messages shortly, but before then, let's bring in this one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Engineer Femi.
Morning, Prince IHEANACHO.
Welcome.
Engineer Femi on the line.
Good to have you.
Yeah, Prince, another election, another promise made by INEC, another massive failure. It looks now that we are redefining what democracy is. It is survival of the fittest, kill, name, snatch, ballot boxes, right results, it doesn't matter what. Go to court at the end of the day. What are we doing with morality? Are we building a nation or we are destroying institutions? Is this what go and cast your vote means? The voters' apathy is a big shock. It's a big demerit for INEC. The fact that you continue to fail in taking basic thing as election. Have you seen how basic it is when you do it abroad? You can vote and people can go about their businesses and the results will come out and everybody is fine with it. This one, massive protest. My brother, what are we doing? People that did violence, killed, maimed, whatever they did in the last election that is almost how many months ago, what has happened to them? We have beginning to set up certain standards for ourselves that will not all go well in the future. It doesn't matter how you get it. I mean, we saw some being beaten up in front of the wreck in Imo State, and the police were there. We have deployed police left, right, and center. Beating up on live TV. There was nothing like, let's stop this thing. Are these laws meant for us, or we are made to be slaves to these laws? And they will come up and say we have a victory. That man dies. Tomorrow what happens? So tomorrow now, the man comes and says, you know what, I have my opportunity now. I will pick anybody that comes up to stand here. We are creating tensions and fears and terror. And we are saying it's election. I weep for my country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Femi, for sharing your thoughts. Let's go to the messages now. And this one is from Brightmans. Brightmans says, good morning, stay here at show from Airport Road. My question remains, does it mean that no political party can unseat APC? The youth needs to wake up and take back their country, because if we continue like this, APC will never leave any other political party to take any states they have already captured. We need to stand out and change this narrative no matter what it takes. We don't want INEC to be conducting election in Nigeria. I will suggest those organizations that arrange BB Niger to help us. At least for now, they are more transparent than these present INEC under the leadership of Yakubu. That's your thoughts. Don is here. Good morning, Don. Let's hear you.
How was the weekend?
Great.
Hope you had a good one. My name is Don. Quickly, on the election matters going on around the country, I want to say that categorically that in a free and fair election, that many of the characters they are declaring winners will never win. People have decided to stay away from elections in Nigeria because what they are organizing is a sham, not election. And I hear some of us saying that the people that won, that people voted for them. Well, I don't blame them anyway. We know how some of them, how some people got to power. So they always want to support or reinforce what is not what the people want. We know how in this country, some people can come up with the results and then concoct and declare somebody a winner. Okay, and election is still going on in Kogi State and they have declared a winner. How does that even make sense? That is to tell you that it is no longer an election. That's why this SDP person said he's not going to waste his time, because Nigeria is, to some of us, is a lost cause. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Just to respond to that again. So for the elections in Kogi State, a winner was declared because if you look at by the electoral, how elections are conducted, Electoral Act and all, if the number of votes that would be cast would not have any significant, would not make any significant reduction or that significant, they can go ahead and declare a winner in that election if it wouldn't change the outcome of the election. So as it is, the number of votes that would be cast would in no way even know whether or not Ododo wins in those areas. It would really not change the outcome of the elections, and that's why they've gone ahead to, make those announcements. Anyway, still on that. This is who now? I don't get you. ABK, you say, good morning, IHEANACHO. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate APC and Alhaji Usman Ododo for his victory. I never expected anything less from Kogi outcome. Anyone challenging the outcome of Kogi governorship election is only doing that out of ethnic and tribal sentiments. I'm looking forward for a better Kogi state and Nigeria at large. God bless Kogi state. Salasi is here. Good morning, Salasi. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Prince IHEANACHO.
Hey.
And good morning to be the blessing. Yes, even your voice looks somehow, a little bit, somehow. So that is it.
Salasi, the audio of your message
I want to talk about.
bad. I don't know why. I'm really sorry. I can't take that. It's really, really poor. Akamata says, INEC, politicians and the court has taken the shine of the voters. They are now the MVPs instead of the electorate. They have taken us back to Maurice Iwu era. They will feed us with their usual rhetorics and mantra. There is no perfect election. I never hear any governorship candidates winning all the local government areas in a state. Wonderful. Akamata there. Shamsuddin from Dede says, good morning. About Imo election, it's not election, it's selectional. Can you see the man they beat in Collation Center in Imo? APC supporters, don't speak about that. This Nigeria will not be good again. I whip for this country. Shamsuddin, thank you very much for your contribution. I don't know about Nigeria will not be good again. We all hope and pray for a better Nigeria. Jojo says, Joseph Jojo, that is, you say, good morning, Prince. The news about election results is not a surprising thing to me. I already know who will win in Kogi and Imo. Bayelsa, I'm not sure of. Already, I know INEC will disappoint. When INEC chairman is being appointed by the president, the institution will never work well. So we need to be electing the chairman of INEC as well, so that they would be independent. For now, they are not independent. God bless Nigeria. Okay. Seems like Selassie sent in another one. Let's hear the email, Selassie. Good morning.
Good morning, Prince IHEANACHO.
Good morning, Selassie.
And good morning to Baby Blessing. Yes, even me, your voice looks somehow, a little bit, somehow.
Okay.
So that is it. I want to talk about most especially the election that happened. I always say something. I always quote the book of Romans chapter 13 verse 1 that says everyone must obey state authority, because no authority exists without God's permission. Whether hook or crook, God allowed that to happen. No authority exists without God's permission, and the existing authority has been put there by God. Everybody, Nigerians, know what happens for the election in Imo, for the election in Kogi, and even the one happening in Bayelsa. These are the things. See, I want to go in one with the advice of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. Say, they should try to see how they can abolish this off-cycle election that doesn't go with the general election. I am telling you, the one in power must use all the machineries in order to see that he return. When there is all this, everybody knows. People watch what happened in Kogi. People watch what happened in Bayelsa. People watch what happened in Imo. The part that people are clapping hands, but me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not satisfied with the election. The election that brought former president Goodluck into power, they used card reader that time, fingerprint that time, and Jonathan concedes defeat. He called the former president and congratulated him. Tell me, for the election, will anyone call any of these governors and congratulate? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. Agree, Usman Jawda. Abdullahi Mekano. Thank you. I appreciate.
Thank you very much, Selassie. And Engineer Edward, Honorable Edward, is here. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Prince IHEANACHO. My name is Honorable Edward from Nepal. Prince IHEANACHO, Mr. Senate President is complaining about Nigerians that we are, not being fair to them. It's shocking to me, because I could remember very well the former president, President Yaradua, he was sick, was thrown out of the country. He was there for a while. But that's handing over to, then Vice President Goodluck Jonathan. Who started all this problem? It was the same Senate And look at the way Nigeria, we're hailing them. Nigeria appreciated their decisions. I think it's only when you are taking taking decisions that are not friendly with the masses. That is when they complain. So why is he complaining? Why is he the one complaining? He should rethink. He should look at what the decision that the Senate has been taking. Is he in favor of the masses? Is he in favor of Nigerians? No. He's also voted as a senator before he becomes Senate president. So you should look at the decision. Is it by borrowing, approving the debt? We should look at this. He should look at this very well. About election, in fact, the president I will congratulate the SDP candidate for taking that bold decision that he is not going to court. He's not going to waste his time in the court. There is no need. There's no need. The man is the man of, in fact, is a man of this. As far as the election is concerned in Nigeria, I will ever respect that man. It's a report, it's a leader to the core. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Edward. When the people say we're not going to waste our time in courts, it says a lot. Hello, good morning.
Hello, IHEANACHO.
Good morning, Prince Ike.
Yes, in fact, congratulations to Nigeria. Good live, long live to Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live to the people of Kogi State and Imo State and Bayelsa. The elections come and gone, but I'm asking the question, which way is Nigeria? So we want something good, but we don't want to change our operative, mechanism in terms of electoral water, saga and sagacity. We want, why we continue doing something, the same thing at the same time, then we expect a different result. No. Can we just change our mindset? Can we change our heart? Can we change our society? The Nigerian people are so good, so powerful, so intelligent. If you go to the world, you are going to see a Nigerian as a computer wizard, as an intellectual, man who has what it takes to be number one as a great, intelligential and also intellectual human being. But in Nigeria here, Nigerians don't have problem, but the problem is how to give our political, function, operation, mechanism to right to avoid this lacuna that has been going on in terms of economy, in terms of our educational sector, in terms of our technology. Can we just get our politics into right so that there must be a new breeze of transformation in economy, a new breeze of the water, transformation in terms of stability in education, that we are going to celebrate, re-socialize ourselves.
Thank you very much, Prince Ike.
In any form of ourselves.
Thank you so much.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day yourself. Okay. And this message here is from Samson, I guess. Samson says, good morning, Able presenter Mr. I. Those people that are celebrating and dining because election results favor them, if their leadership will not make others to rejoice and celebrate through their expected true leadership, their rejoicing today may end in shame and regret. God is watching. And you go on to say, please, the rejoicing winners of the election should not forget to lead the masses to a life of joy and celebration by true leadership, because God is interested in loving and caring one another for one another. Thanks, Samson from Lugbe. Thank you very much. I get back to the phone lines now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, IHEANACHO.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
And good morning, Nigerians that are listening. My name is Jude Chijoke.
Jude Chijoke, welcome.
I want to clearly say there is something INEC and the politicians are not telling us. And that simple truth is that all the electoral reforms which they have claimed they have done in the National Assembly for Nigeria are not working, and they will not allow it to work. What am I saying is, IHEANACHO is becoming very difficult for anybody to unseat anyone with state apparatus. Go and write it down. And election will continue to become worse, because they have known that just what you need is be declared a winner And once you go to court, you can have your way. You see, and it's becoming a very difficult something. I'm just praying and weeping for my Nigeria, for my country, that we will, and I don't even see any signs. I love what Engineer Femi said. He just said the truth. For some of us, for some of us that are following the trend of what is happening in Nigeria, I want to tell you, there was a governor that quoted last week. It was when I heard this language that I knew that whoever will vote in that state is just wasting his time. Go and check this thing I said. A lot of people didn't come. Once they had this statement, and that is what is happening. I'm just praying. Once you just see, whether you are PDP, APC, or NNPP, once you have a state-backed power and you are in power, forget it. You are sure of your 8 years. Even if the whole country comes and against you, nobody is taking you away. Because we saw what happened in the election. As far as 9 o'clock, they're already displaying a field register. That is where they will register people that voted. They have already filled it around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, where people have not even started casting their ballot box, their ballot vote on that particular unit. And that was how it was all throughout. What you just need to do in Nigeria is, first of all, get a backing of state apparatus. And just go and sleep.
All right, Mr.
Thank
Jim,
you.
thank you very much. Thank you for your submission. All right, Innocent is here. Innocent says, good morning, IHEANACHO. It's painful that Nigerians detest civilization. Election is the easiest thing nations, even in tiny countries of the world, handle, given the advent of technology. Did you notice the stress that the Kogi election coalition officials were going through till late last night? This is something that could be collated seamlessly with minimum human interference or interface. If not that INEC shot itself again in the foot by switching off the IREV to prevent the aggregation of results in the February presidential election. See what we have become. How can we be a people so adverse to civilization? So we have people sit down all night collating rubbish and announcing fake and opaque results. Painful, says Innocent. I don't know about rubbish. The results have been, it is what it is. It is what it is. As they say. Maybe I'm not going to say that. Triple D, let's hear you quickly.
Prince IHEANACHO, good morning and happy new week. My name is Triple D from Waru. I sent a voice message last 2 weeks that is it the same INEC that conducted Nigerians' election that we are battling in the courts want to still conduct Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa election that Nigerians are expect anything different? Let's watch and see. To count it all, I so much appreciate the leader and the governorship candidate of SDP saying that he will not waste his time in the court. And I think this is the right path to go. Let him not waste his time and the little resources he has. Save that resources and plan for the future again. God is watching our leader, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. And on the SDP candidate saying he's not going to waste his time in court, the two things, it's either he knows or he believes fully well, or he's fully aware that he was beaten hands down, or he just does not believe in the court. So it's a two-way thing, okay? So we don't know. I'm just going to leave that there. Some of us would continue to play ostrich. I deliberately we decided not to say anything about the elections this morning, but if we want to be ostriches, let's be ostriches. A day will come when the wind will be so strong we may not even be able to hide our heads again. Thank you so much to everyone who's been a part of it this morning. GB, Paul, Clement, Chief Cosmos, Alamin, Obasanjo, Clement Zion Prince, BB Blessing, Talatu, Engineer Shagun, Felix, Engineer Femi, Bright Maz, Don, Salasi, Shamsuddin, ABK, Akamata, Joseph Jojo, Honorable Edward, Prince Ike, Samson, Jude Chijoke, Innocent, Triple D. Thank you all for being a part of the conversation. And if I missed your name, I'm really sorry. Let's do this again tomorrow at the top of the hour 7. In the meantime, Sports and Eagles Wings comes on at 8 o'clock, and Vicky Vic is going to take us through the world of sports. 9 o'clock, I'll be back and let's talk some more about the elections and, other national issues that's coming up. You don't want to miss out on that at that time. Keep it here. My name is IHEANACHO Prince. And to those of you who just sat back to listen, I call you MVP for a reason, because without you, we wouldn't even be having an interesting conversation. Thank you for being there and continue to listen to us on your radio experience you can count on.